Rarely are opportunities presented to you in a perfect way. In a nice little box with a yellow bow on top. Here, open it, it's perfect. You'll love it. Opportunities, the good ones, are messy, confusing and hard to recognize. They're risky. They challenge you. Work smart. Get things done. No nonsense. Move fast. Opportunities, the good ones, are messy, confusing and hard to recognize. They're risky. They challenge you. Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results. Things are always changing. Part of being successful here is being comfortable with not knowing what's going to happen. If you're not making mistakes, then you're not doing anything. I'm positive that a doer makes mistakes. From phones to cars to medicine, technology touches every part of our lives. If you can create technology, you can change the world. Google is fascinating, and the book isn't finished. I'm creating, living, building, and writing those chapters. I love taking an idea to a prototype and then to a product that millions of people use. My smartest move was joining Google. It wasn't obvious at the time that it would be a good decision. A lot of people, many of my friends, advised me against it. There are lots of people in the Silicon Valley who are interested in working at a fast-moving, dynamic company like Google. Not just my family members. Don't overplan your life. Joining Google when I was 4 months pregnant was a bit of a leap, but sometimes you have to do the right thing for you right now. I have tried to be a leader. I have tried in my role of being one of the first women at Google, let alone the first woman to have a baby, to really try to set the tone that this is a great place to work for diversity reasons. My most radical shift was leaving Intel and joining Google, a small startup at the time, even though I was pregnant. People at different stages of their lives are doing different things, and they're all using Google. The main motivations were to try to leverage Google's expertise with large computer systems and to try to give something back to science. Advertising is very simple in a lot of ways. Advertisers go where the users go, and users are choosing to spend a lot more time online. Advertising is a very fundamental need, so I don't think it's going to go away. I am responsible for creating and overseeing the future products that make up Google advertising. People don't understand the logistics of advertising. To have the ads purchased and run, you need to have a series of products that work together. It's important for me to show my children the richness of life and be a role model. I find that my organizational and management skills are tested more at home than at work. Growth is always essential. Running any tech company, you want to make sure you're growing. Putting in place all of the right structure to be able to ensure growth. The gift of fantasy has meant more to me than my talent for absorbing positive knowledge. I do believe we're all connected. I do believe in positive energy. I do believe in the power of prayer. I do believe in putting good out into the world. And I believe in taking care of each other. Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. We are a consumer company and our success is directly linked to our users trusting us. Many women assume they can't be good mothers and have challenging careers at the same time, so they might give up trying to do both as they get to a crucial point in their career. Although it can be hard at times, it's important for women to recognize the benefits of working outside the home. Your kids get something from your career, and your career will get something from your kids. Engineering is a jeans and hoodie culture, and sales is more formal. If you are working 24/7, you're not going to have any interesting ideas. Though we do need more women to graduate with technical degrees, I always like to remind women that you don't need to have science or technology degrees to build a career in tech. The great thing about the internet is you can launch a product, and within just a few hours, People will tell you what they think about it. YouTube has so much great content. And it really has something for everybody. And people come up to me all the time and talk to me about how YouTube has changed their life, how they've been able to learn something they didn't think they could learn. Today, most young women are exposed to technology at a very young age, with mobile phones, tablets, the web or social media. They are much more proficient with technology than prior generations since they use it for all their schoolwork, communication and entertainment. I'm excited about the opportunities with mobile phones and being able to receive information on the go and relevant to what I'm doing at that moment in time. In the old world, people used to have to go to focus groups and ask people what they thought. Now, people are writing all over the web what they think about things. Learning to code makes kids feel empowered, creative, and confident. If we want our young women to retain these traits into adulthood, a great option is to expose them to computer programming in their youth. Things are always changing. Part of being successful here is being comfortable with not knowing what's going to happen. Though we do need more women to graduate with technical degrees, I always like to remind women that you don't need to have science or technology degrees to build a career in tech. At the end of the day, both men and women who become CEOs have showed tenacity and hard work to succeed in their careers. It takes not just skills but also extreme dedication and commitment. And regardless of gender, CEOs are measured by the same criteria, the growth and success of the business. I have had a lot of setbacks that I have learned from. Many women assume they can't be good mothers and have challenging careers at the same time, so they might give up trying to do both as they get to a crucial point in their career. Although it can be hard at times, it's important for women to recognize the benefits of working outside the home. The reason I like my job is that I have this desire to create. I have this desire to create things and build things. And Google has enabled me to build and create things and to build products that are used by people all over the globe. I'm excited about the opportunities with mobile phones and being able to receive information on the go and relevant to what I'm doing at that moment in time. We are a consumer company and our success is directly linked to our users trusting us. Therefore, we have the same incentive as the user. They want to see relevant advertising, so their experience of Google is positive and we want to deliver it. As a kid growing up, this was sometimes a little bit intimidating to have a mom who was always, speaking up and always saying something that might be kind of controversial. The thing I think that we got out of that was really good was, we weren't afraid to make waves. Let's face it, engineering companies in general have more men than women. Google has tried really hard to recruit women. On the other hand, we have a standard. Google tries to recruit the best engineers.
Which quotation do you like the most? Don't forget to subscribe.